Alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will demo our group work, group 16, and we start to introduce. This is group 16. This is me, Sabri Nasser, and group 16 consists of Muhammad Saif, Muhammad Al Hakami, and Ruknuddin. So as we can see here, this is the small business network called Tech Organization. Here in this, as we can see here from this topology, the different routers. We have router here in the LAN network, and we have the other router in the guest network. So let's see here the configuration for this router. As we can see here, this is the configuration that we did for this router. Okay, by giving a password and encrypt the password for the exe for the privilege mode, and for the line console as well. Here we specify the IP address for each interface, and we set the IP helper address for DHCP server. Also, we set IP address and DHCP server for the serial interface. Here, this one is for the routing or configuration to configure the other network to get to know the other port for the other network. And here we set this one as a display message if the password is incorrect. And here is the password for console line and FTY with encryption and transport import for SSCH. Here we have web server, we have FTP, DHCP, and email and DNS. Let's try to send email. Here is previous emails that were sent to BC10 and BC1 as well. So as we can see here, the send were successfully. So let's go to BC10 and check BC10 received the BC10 email received, and as we can see here that the message sent from BC9. Also, we're gonna check the web server www, and here we get the response from the web server. Thing also to mention about this network router. Here is the setup, the host name and privilege password with password encryption, and also setting an IP address for each interface, also for the routing with the other network, display message, and here is the ACL access list. Here, as we can see here, the guest network has access to the FTP server only. Otherwise, it will not. Any request will send from guest network. It will not be received in that. And here is the console password with encryption. So let's test our work. If we ping to the other network, for example, another PC in here in the LAN network, as we can see here, we will not get any response since this network is only allowed to access the FTP server only. Alright, so as we can see here, it will access FTP server only. So let's open the FTP server, which is 30. Yeah, as we can see here, and we can see here we get successfully access to the server, FTP server, and we can list here all the directories inside this server. Let's try also to get example test we can read also any file from the directories inside the server. So that's all for part 1. So let's proceed to part 2. So here in the part 2, as we can see here, this is the topology. We have the main campus which consists of 3 buildings and server room for sure, and we have the branch campus. And from this topology, we have used switches, different routers for each building. Also the media, we use fiber optic to connect the branch campus with main campus router. Start, you can see some configuration for the router. Here for short, the host name, privilege password, username with encrypted password as well, setting IP address for each port. Also we have set access list here, and we set it to any because this is a campus. I mean, this university has where it's connected to another branch, so for sure they need access to all the services in the same organization. So we did not put any restriction, but we just set it. We permit all the devices. And since in the project instruction there was no any specific instruction about access list, how to set the access list for this topology, so we just make it this way. So IP, this one for routing with other network, and here is the password for line console. That's all, and this is the branch campus router. As we can see here, his name, privilege password with encryption, interface with IP address, IP routing. Also we set ACL access list, and as well we set it to any since it's the same organization. And display message, and we have a password for FTY and line console. So we can test from here. Let's test the web first. And we can see here that the web server is working. Set from another network. Let's do Bing. For example, this is PC12 in the main building. In building 1, let's Bing building main building. So for sure, the first request it will be denied. It will take time for the routing. So if we repeat it again, we will get all the replies successfully. So we can try also to Bing building 2. Mm, 31. And you get reply as well. Yep, fully successful. All the requests get reply. What else? Let's Bing also the branch campus. That's it. And we get reply. So we repeat again. We get all the reply successful. Alright, so also this branch campus has access to the web. We can here see the web server have replied to us. Also, it has access to the FTP server. Server. So it will ask password. We get successfully login. We can see the directories here, the list of directories, and we can also read. Get for example, additional test txt. Also, you can upload. Let's proceed to test the email server. Let's start from here, and we can send email to the branch campus, and it was sent successfully. Let's go back to the branch campus. Here is the branch campus. Branch campus PC. receive, as we can see here, we received this message from the branch campus. I mean from the main building, as you can see here, and this is the content. So also we can replay to the main building. It was sent successfully. If we go back to the main building, check that one, and as we can see here, this is the message from the branch campus. We can send message, for example, from building to the main building. Test. Send, and it was successfully sent to the main building. We go back again to the main building. Save, as you can see here, the message from the building 2. The subject test was received successfully. Let's try from building 1. Some of the branch comments. And it was sent successfully. We go back again to the branch campus. Check that message received, and as we can see this message that was sent from building 1. So everything seems working very good, and that's all from me and my group team, and thank you so much.